Pound this stuff into shape, man. Looks like we're now dealing with internet issues. Are we dealing with that now? Otto, welcome. I am coming back for a second time today. I was here a little earlier. Right now I'm trying to work this buckskin. This buckskin will be the last feature of my video, long form video I'm making, as it came from a very decomposed deer. I need to clamp put a clamp back on. Hey, leave the FedEx guy alone. Trying to rehydrate this buckskin here so that I can scrape it effectively. I'm starting to smell like oak again. Probably should have gloves on for this, shouldn't I? This is something I have failed to do in the past. Gloves on for these important things. Well, yeah, just wash my hands thoroughly afterwards. Hey, welcome everybody. My name's Calvin. This is Dad's workshop. This is a buckskin, and I'm rehydrating it to scrape it to get it soft. I'll show you like what? Like this. This one's cut, so I want to show you one that's not cut. Like that. You see how soft that is? That's what we want to get. And so we have to scrape it to get it to that level. Do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for being here. Especially in this top area. I got a couple strategies I'm going to try today. Soften this up. One of them is I'm going to put a clamp on this bench. Want it about like this. And I'm going to put another one about the same height right next to it. A little trick I came up with. Dang, you know what I could use is some rubber gloves. No. Like a big one? Can you get it from her? Oh, that's a whole hawk that she's got. If you can get that, she's right here. If you can get it back from her. Storm, come here. Come here. You know better. Yeah, I got a little piece of sinew I'll give her. Keep one. Here. This is like dog jerky. It's not even, it's kind of sucks, but it's not a huge deal. I don't want to, yeah. Oh, the dog's got one of my pieces of leather, y'all. It's crazy. And she's running around with it in her mouth, which is not ideal, but it's a small little deer hawk that she got. I don't know where she got it from in here. Get out of here, Summer. You're going to be the next one who gets one, too. Y'all see what this does? So you put these two clamps together like this, and you use it like a cable. And probably a third one wouldn't hurt either. It adds support to it. What? Oh. Can y'all see? Let's turn the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Kind of silly, right? If you can't see what's going on. Welcome, everybody. Hey, thanks for hitting that, spamming that heart for me. Appreciate you. Earlier, I was on here making flip-flops, but that wasn't very popular viewing. So we switched back over to the hides for a little bit. Now what I do after this, and these things want to loosen on you all the time, is I go to the knife and scrape with the knife. Yeah, gloves would be ideal if I could get a pair of gloves. Hey, do subscribe to the channel. My name's Calvin. This is Dad's Workshop, part 2 today. Second attempt. Take 2. I know a lot of people really liked it when I made the hatchet and put the hatchet handle on. That was one of my most popular lives, but I just can't make a hatchet every day. Don't have a forge, so I can't do that. But we do great stuff here in the workshop. If you're new, do subscribe to the channel, please, and thank you. And salutations and all of that. Kind of acting a bit like a cable, but I want a little more. I want a little more bite. I want it to be tighter than that. You should be able to be real tight. And it just breaks that fiber and that grain apart, because when the skin was on the animal, it relied upon moisture to soften it, right? When I tried to oil it, you know, I added a fat liquor to it. It only rehydrated it partially, and then it went back to this semi-rawhide state that it's in now, right? This is like basically like rawhide, except for it has been tanned all the way through, so it's preserved. But what we're gonna do now, we're gonna work it until we get it to pliable, malleable, supple. Supple is what I want. Look for the right adjective. Go to an adjective farm. And then you get this like schmutz that kind of comes off of it as you scrape it. Woodshed by Dan, welcome. I got something coming your way too. I got you a little care package that's already put together. It's not in the mail yet, but it is put together. Glad you popped through, Dan. Dan out there taking the kiddies to school. Tough job. Well, actually, no. Yeah, you're taking the kids. You're driving a bus, right? Yeah, driving a bus. Shout out to Oak Ridge. I apologize to Oak Ridge. It wasn't against him that I left earlier. I just sometimes I just got to get off, man. I just can't. I haven't seen Vinny in a few days. VLC. Wonder how he's doing. Shout out to Norm. I saw Norm on someone's live stream the other day, Mike's. So shout out to Norm Hughes wherever he's at. We love Norm. Plywood popped through last time. Sorry to Plywood too. Yeah, also Plywood's got a package coming too. So if Plywood's in the background there. Yep. Welcome to Dad's Workshop. This is buckskin. So it was a deer hide, but it's been tanned and oak tannin. So St. Patty's Day. It is St. Patty's Day. The day in history where St. Patrick chased the snakes out of Ireland. And now, as you know, Ireland has no snakes anymore. I'm allergic to these oak tannins, so I got to put these on. We could put on some Seamus Ennis. I recommend strongly. I recommend you listen to the old Julian pipe of Seamus Ennis. And if not, Liam O'Flynn. Oh, once upon a time, I knew a man named Brian. He was a great tin whistle player. Brian Moore, I think his name was. From County Donegal. Hey, as soon as I started talking in an Irish accent, my numbers went up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dad's Workshop, the Irish Tannery. Shift change. Punch your time cards. Get your lunch box. Got these little rough spots right here I'm trying to work on. Oh, back to the Irish accent we go. Back to the Irish accent. We're in here. We may or may not be on the Emerald Isle. If you ask me my favorite singer, I'll tell you it's between Sinead O'Connor and Bono and Dolores from the Cranberries. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to play you a reel. It's one my father used to play. It's called The Marnin Thrush. Where's Luke when we need him? Where's Luke when we need him here? It's getting softer. We need to get it so that we can work it. And I scrape it with a knife. That's my next step. I go after it with a knife and a hatchet. It's a hatchet job. This part of leather work is called breaking, of leather making, of tanning. This is actually tanning. It's not even leather work. It's probably the most labor-intensive part of the process. Roman says, biggest slab of jerky I've ever seen. No, it's not jerky, but it is that texture right now. Trying to get it out of that. Trying to get it to this right here, which is what it will be. Right, that's not a slab of jerky, is it? Snap it to that, right? You know what I mean? Snap it to that, Jim. Roman hands and Russian fingers is what the old Irish priest used to tell me and my girlfriend. Roman hands and Irish fingers and Roman hands and what did I say? And Russian fingers. Roman hands and Russian fingers. I think I said this last year on St. Patrick's Day. I just got deja vu. Oh, Calvin with the girls. Yeah, got Roman hands and Russian fingers. Roman was just trolling. He's not in here anymore. He or she, they. Hey, definitely tap that like button. Double tap that screen. And then I'll put it over both of them sometimes. Are we back? I think I'm updated. Last time I thought it was updates on my device that caused that. Spring wanted to come early here, but winter laughed. That's a good way of saying it. Did we ever get that thing back from Storm? My only worry is that now she's going to grab other pieces of leather out of my shop. Is that it's going to lead to future larger pieces of leather. Like, I'll sacrifice that piece, even though I did work on that quite a bit. All the hair scraped off, all of that. Storm. She's still running around with it in her mouth. I don't want to shut the garage, but maybe I just make sure. That one, I'm pretty sure that was up on my bench. Like, I'm quite sure that was up on my bench. She pulled that thing down. Could have fallen. This little spot right here, I think this is the neck area. It's very, very rigid. All right, now that we got it kind of like that, I'm going to take one of these clamps off, leave the other one on. And I'm going to scrape this a bit. I'm going to moisten it again. Scrape it again. Yeah. It's a prize for now, but I'm not too happy with her, so it's not going to be a... Summer, go. Summer, right in the way of my feet. Go get it from Storm if you want some. She already messed that one up. Welcome to Dad's workshop. Hopefully you're wearing green today so I don't have to pinch you from a distance. St. Patrick's Day, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Oh, wow, look at those numbers. It's as if YouTube is trying to promote me channel. Don't you go too far now. Stick around. Chat is still messed up. No. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen, and put a shamrock in my bank account. That's £100. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here so much. And I'll thank you for staying here too. I don't know what they call this in the US, but here in Ireland, we call this buckskin. No, actually, I'm not from there. I'm American. But welcome. Oh, the lucky shamrocks from Woodshed by Den. Spam the sham. Spam the sham. If you like what you're seeing, spam the sham. Or should I say spam rock the shamrock? Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. It's the closest thing to the old country you're going to find here, Dad's Workshop. So Aaron go bra to you. Aaron go bra. What does that mean? Aaron go brag. What does that mean? I wish I had Luke in here right now. Translate. 33 likes, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you so much for those. Let's get 33 more. Y'all see this process here? I was live earlier, but my numbers were shite. So I disconnected. This here is the grain side of the hide, and this here is the flesh side of the hide. Zenta, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good luck to you. A $1 super chat gets you the luck of the Irish today, ladies and gentlemen. A $1 super chat. Yes. I'm kidding. You don't have to do that. I'm not that much of a huckster, or maybe I am. You like my American accent? Isn't it good? Check this out, guys. I talk like an American. Pretty daggone good at it, right? Jeez, guys. Jeez, guys. So awesome, guys. This rocks. Look at me, I'm an American. Check it out. We kick ass over here. USA. USA. Oh, Woodshed by Danis, a member for 6 months. We thank you so much for that, Dan. Here, Buckskin Cal. When I see the name Daniel, it reminds me of Father Daniel from the old parish church in me village in County Donegal. Oh, there he is. Hello, everyone. This is Luke McGlynn White here from Dublin, Ireland. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, and that you're minding yourselves as you go along, and greetings to you all. A real Irishman, y'all. That's a real Irishman right there. I told you, $1 super chat gets you luck of the Irish up in here. Welcome, Luke. Welcome, welcome. Oh, it's breaking. It's breaking in a good way. Oh, look at that. That's where I had a hole in it when I had it on the board anyway. That's all right. Look how close to the edge that is. I've never done that before. Oh, look at it. It's a woodshed by Dan. $5 super chat for St. Patty's Day. We thank you so much, and I give you the old IRA drum roll. Here it comes. Back in me IRA days, when we were marching up to throw rocks at the British, me and Tommy and Billy and Sean, and what's another Irish name? Liam. When we were marching on the British to go throw rocks at them, we did this. Then we threw a bunch of rocks at them Brits. There you go. Oh, I was just telling them, Luke, the greatest Irish pipe player, and not bagpipe, the Irish pipe, which is different. The Julian pipe, if I said it correctly. Seamus Ennis. Lita Huerta, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. How are you, Lita? Seamus Ennis playing the Morning Thrush. If you go to YouTube and look up Seamus Ennis, it'll show you'll find the Morning Thrush. You see, it's a reel that my father taught me. And then he said, it's a reel my father taught me for the something, something, something in Irish. And I couldn't even understand what he was saying. Seamus Ennis, ladies and gentlemen. The Morning Thrush. That's the song that'll get you in the St. Patty's Day vibe. I would play it, but it's probably copywritten by somebody. Seamus Ennis, the Morning Thrush. And if not, Liam O'Flynn, because he has his pipe. Well, he died actually recently. But Liam O'Flynn had Seamus Ennis's pipes. Seamus Ennis passed on his pipes to Liam O'Flynn. See how good I am with this stuff? I want to say Sean Keane, the guy who played the Irish tin whistle, great player too. He passed away too, I think. We can sing Dicey Riley. Oh, good old Dicey Riley, she has taken to the sup. Good old Dicey Riley, she can never get enough. It's off each morning to the pup, and then she's off for another little rub. For the heart of the round is Dicey Riley. There's Dicey Riley for you. Poor old Dicey Riley, she has taken to the sup. Y'all know that song? Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never get enough. It's off each morning to the pup, and then she's off for another little drop. For the heart of the round is Dicey Riley. There you go. Drop my viewers. Good old Dicey Riley. We could do some Dropkick Murphys too. Some American stuff. Or Mary McGregor. She was a pretty... No one. I did that one over there. I can sing some Irish Easter wassels too. I was remembering the late Ronnie Drew because I met him years, a lot of people call him, because I met him years and years ago here in Dublin, Ireland, and I was with me family as we were out in a pub called O'Donoghue's on Bagot Street. There you go, started painting leather gloves. Zenta said, I follow you from Turkey. I really admire your art. Great. I don't know if she's talking to Lita or me, but if you're talking to me, Zenta, appreciate you. We got I don't know if you've been in here when Zenta, when Dacian is in here. He's Turkish too. So one of my friends of the program, Dacian or Emre Turin, he's Turkish too. I haven't seen him in a couple of days, but he'll be in here soon. I don't know if y'all met in here, Zenta. I love my international folks. Thank you so much for being here. Almost at 50 likes too. Yeah, this is we take craftsmanship seriously here at Dad's Workshop. This is not, we're not playing around with power tools, and we're trying to make real stuff here. Earlier today I was working on flip-flops and that wasn't too popular. So I'll do those on my own time. Luke says, I got to read every Luke comment because it's St. Patrick's Day. He walked into the pub and he was a true gentleman as he bought a round of pints for everyone else inside the pub. He was a very down-to-earth Irishman, and he also gave me money as well. There you go, the luck of the Irish. These edges are the hardest parts to get and the easiest part to rip because they're often belly. Like y'all saw me rip that piece a minute ago. That was from the belly. The belly is thinner material. But y'all saw this was like it was solid like a rock. It was popping when we came in here today. So we're making headway. Lita Werda said, I recently bought myself a Milwaukee Impact M12. Is that an Impact driver? Oh, I know the Dubliners. Yeah, Ronnie Drew was a part of a group called the Dubliners from back in the day. I do know the Dubliners, yes. I do know the Dubliners. Yeah. I'm a music nerd. I did go to school for that. I think that's like the same group that what's that other really famous group from Ireland where like most of the major members have died now. It may have been the Dubliners, and I'm just I'll see, I'm scraping this against the back of my Jorgensen clamp. The feathers in the house, those Jorgensen clamps are useful for mostly everything. So if you are interested in clamps, get yourself a Jorgensen clamp, and Heather will put the link on here. There's my little knife here. This knife does a real good job. This and the hatchet really get down into there. Really break that grain up. I'm gonna get my hatchet out. I think I can get these corners with it. Storm, where's my leather? Did you eat it? Yeah, you look like you ate it. Not edible. No more. That wasn't a toy. Just my hatchet. By the way, that's squirrel leather right there. People like the hatchet. Did you think she dropped it back there somewhere? When I dried this, I made a mistake and put it on my beam, and that's why I got this wrinkly mess in the middle. If I would have just put it on a flat surface or pinned it up, it would have made a difference. Thank you for that $5 super chat, Dan. That was very much appreciated. We do got a package coming your way there, Dan. So hopefully you like it. I made you a little leather keychain, and I don't even know, Dan, are you still there? If you're still there, Dan, let me know if you do leather work and I can throw a few leather scraps in there or something else. If there's something else around here I could throw in there. If you or your spouse likes candles, maybe throw a candle or something in there. This is what really made my big deer hide soft, this hatchet. Sorry. My only fear is if she ate and liked it, because she was kind of licking her lips, that she'll. Yeah. Yeah, Planksty, I know them. I remember Planksty. That's the only one in that group that I recognize. Luke. Yeah. I do not have an iPhone 17 or a Samsung, so I can't give you an opinion on that. But if somebody in the gallery has an opinion on that, so expensive every time I get a phone. I got to be careful and try to just like insure my phones, and if they get messed up, get them insured until they're obsolete. You know. Hey, what I think this thing is getting soft, and I probably think that some fat liquor would probably take this thing, and then one more scraping, and this thing would probably be real soft. One or two more scrapings. These edges. Makes you tempted to round it off, which means cutting the edges off, right? Because they're so stubborn and they want to rip. But the more you can pull these edges out, tease them out, the more leather material you're going to get. And all the work you put into it, you want every square inch. Yeah, sure, if you buy leather from the store, it doesn't matter. You know, trim off a little. Like that part, that piece that Storm probably took me hours to tan. So little pieces, every little piece takes a long time. But I'm not worried about it. Things happen like that, and dogs are attracted to animal smells. So they've kind of been bred to respond to rawhide and skins. So I don't know if y'all were around for me to tell you this, but this was a highly decomposed specimen. This deer was in really, really bad condition. I picked this up. This was roadkill. I picked it up with actually the whole idea of how bad can it be and you still get good material, right? That was my goal, to test that. How bad can a hide be? How decomposed, ran through by different animals like buzzards and all the different carrion animals. How bad can they mess an animal hide up? And the answer is, just as I hypothesized, not that bad. Notice they didn't even really put any hole. This hole I put in this skin. There's no other holes in this skin. Well, one little bitty one right here, right? This thing was ravaged by vultures. So why did the vultures not touch the skin? Because they're more interested in what's on the inside. They'll stay away from that collagen. So here's my expanded theory. You can almost rescue almost any piece of decomposed animal skin, and it can be turned into some sort of leather product. Probably not grain leather, you know, with the grain on, unless it's fresh. But it can be turned into some sort of leather product, most likely. Like this is buckskin, which has the grain scraped off. I found stridation marks on the skin that indicated something had scraped and scraped and scraped to get every last bit of flesh off the skin, right? Who's been here the whole time? You see the difference? So this just needs a brain or fat liquor added to it. And then this process done one more time probably. And then it'll be nice and soft and pliable. And actually at this point, I have to decide, how soft do I want it? Because I might want a little more firmer material, a little firmer material, not more firm. I know better. I know more better than that. See if we can get that little bit of grain off. I see some grain right there. It doesn't look like we can. At least not yet. Let me try this. It does free up a little bit that way. Huh. Unlock that solvent power in the water, right? Heck yeah. Good stuff right there. That was working. All right, so now I know what I got to do in those tricky spots. I remember that working before too. So you spray it. If any of you are tanning your own hides from scratch by any chance, you spray that spot that won't scrape with some water. That water soak in, then scrape it. And what I mean by scraping that grain off is there's this dermis membrane on animals under the hair, and it's a film. And if you have regular leather, that's the shiny part that you see. But in order to make suede, or in this case buckskin, that has to be removed. And the more grain that's on there, the more rigid the leather is going to be. And that spot was rough because it had so much grain on it. We've mitigated that some there now. We have a lot here. This was that spot that I ripped. The weight of it kind of helps with those little indentions. Welcome to Dad's Workshop. My name is Calvin. Please do subscribe to the channel. What we're doing right now is actually scraping buckskin. Thank you for spamming that hard. That helps, y'all. It helps the channel tremendously. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you double tap and like this video as well. Thank everybody for being here. What is the object of this? What are we trying to do? We're trying to get this soft so it's workable, like soft fabric, right? If I'm not missing any questions, somebody pop in the chat and say, hello, my name is, so that I can introduce, so we can be friends with you. We love new friends here, Dad's Workshop. It is going so good, y'all. It's looking really good. It's coming around. Yeah, I can see that. See that soft fiber coming up now? Getting that? That's how you know it's you're starting to get down to the nitty gritty. I just go ahead and scrape it all soft, man. Hey, someone spammed that hard again. That really worked. Hey, and double tap that like button. 65 likes. That would be nice. Share with a friend. I'm working on a video on roadkill right now. This is a roadkill deer right here. This was a terribly decomposed, maggoty roadkill deer. And I turned this hide into, it is a very nice hide right now. Somebody asked me the other day about the smell. I said, no smell? None at all. In fact, I had clean hides that smelled worse going into tanning than this one did. So once I fleshed it, dehaired it, and put it through the bucking process, it had no smell left anymore. You know, so. And that's the whole point of this coming video, is all about the fear of roadkill versus the ick factor versus whether it's warranted, you know, this fear we have of animals that are killed accidentally, right? Because many of us eat animals killed on purpose all the time. And I get it, there is a difference. And actually, I'm not even talking about for purpose of eating them, right? I'm talking about for purposes of using the hide. There is no level of decomposition that I have found to be able to keep you from getting a good product, at least some product out of it. In this case, brain tan buckskin, you know? Glad to see Dan. Glad to see Luke. New folks that popped in today. Of course, where is she at? Lita. Thank you for that super chat, Dan. Appreciate that. Big deal. We rely on that kind of support here. Y'all see what we're doing here? Remember, we're trying to get this like this. You see how soft that is? See how soft and supple that is? That's what we're trying to do with this. All right. This was a normal deer. This was a very decomposed deer. Not a big difference though, as you may be able to see. We're getting them to be approximately the same. Right, grainy spot right here, I see. So I'm gonna take this spray, I'm gonna water. This is rainwater too, that's why it's kind of green, it's got algae in it. And this, what I noticed is good for my hatchet. I can get that grain off with my hatchet. Awesome. Next part. Hey, Rob, welcome back. I came back, man. Just doing hides. Just do what I do, not try to overcomplicate it. Buckskin Cal, scraping buckskin. Buckskin Cal. That buckskin scraping vibe. Kind of like mowing the lawn, except for you won't have to cut it every other day. And it won't stress you out. It'll relieve your stress. Man, this hatchet just crushes those edges. I love that. I love that I figured out this tool works well for that. Still some residual grain on the edge here. That's what I'm working on right now. Probably a drill with a, oh wow, I just cut myself with that. Through my glove. Dang. A brush bit on your drill to get the edge all the way to the edge. The little wrinkles keep you from being able to do it. With this, you'll rip a hole if you do that with this. I can do almost to the edge with this thing. Buckskin ain't scraping itself, y'all. So it's up to who? Buckskin Cal. Buckskin Cal has to scrape it. Let me brush this thing off because the little schmutz balls are getting back on the hide again. I can see I'm scraping them off a second time. I'm gonna get all that off. Schmutz balls. A little more like a pancake and less like beef jerky right now. Beef jerky time. Yeah, let's see, trading places. You're probably too young. Probably too young. All right, I'm gonna give her one more scrape or one more spray on one of these edges or two of these edges. I'll pick one or two. This area right here, there's grain on that, and then over here I see grain. So I want to go after these spots where you see there's grain, right? That membrane keeps it from getting soft. Break that grain up. Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Go after it with the knife blade too. All right, so we took it from pretty stiff to now we've got it where it's foldable, right? Maybe not soft and supple, but there's, you know, multi-step process. You know, we just keep plugging away, as my father says. And he does say that. Keep plugging away. And it's a strong Minnesota accent. We can say it in an Irish accent today. Keep plugging away. Did St. Patrick quit when he came to chase the snakes out of Ireland? No. No, he didn't quit. He kept right on going. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Buckskin right here. I am Buckskin Cal. I'll talk in my American voice because that's what I am, an American. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to coming to Dad's Workshop. We appreciate you so much. We will be back tomorrow. Take care. Do the next right thing. Do something nice for somebody else.